哇，呢度好險喎！哇，用呢我唔係講嗰邊，你而家起咗，你仲等到都咁麻煩，你而家開始起咗啦。
Super Typhoon Ragasa, one of the strongest storms in the 2025 Pacific typhoon season, made landfall in southern China on the evening of September 23rd. The typhoon brought sustained winds of up to 220 km/h with even stronger gusts. Before hitting China, Ragasa had already caused severe damage in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and northern Philippines, triggering floods, human casualties, and mass evacuations. In Guangdong province along the coast, waves slammed into seawalls and flooded streets, tossing boats like toys and scattering debris across ports. Coastal areas that are usually bustling with markets and tourists were now submerged and eerily silent. Boardwalks were completely covered with sand, wood, and wreckage. Fishing boats were torn from their moorings, ferry services were canceled, and shipping ports were halted. The storm tore down power lines in multiple districts, leaving entire neighborhoods without electricity. Substations exploded in the rain, and emergency teams struggled to respond quickly. Urban areas were paralyzed, forcing businesses and hospitals to rely on backup generators. Transportation systems were halted. Highways were blocked by fallen trees and landslides, while train services were suspended due to flooded tracks and damaged signals. Hundreds of flights were canceled or rerouted, leaving airports packed with stranded passengers and luggage. Heavy rainfall turned streets into rivers. Many cities saw water flooding subway stations, bus terminals, and tunnels. Cars were swept away in parking lots, and stores were inundated, destroying goods and equipment. Cleanup crews worked tirelessly to pump out water, but the volume of rain made it nearly impossible to keep up. In mountain towns, hillsides gave way to landslides. Roads were buried, cutting off villages from nearby cities. Farmers watched rice fields submerged in mud, crops destroyed, and fears of short-term food shortages rising. Rural roads were washed out, preventing trucks and relief convoys from reaching affected communities. Authorities issued mass evacuation orders ahead of the storm. Families from coastal villages moved to schools and sports halls converted into shelters. Mats and blankets covered floors as volunteers distributed drinking water and food. In many cases, residents were only able to take what they could carry. Industrial zones were not spared. Factories had to halt production as machinery stopped working on flooded floors. Some companies rushed to move sensitive equipment to higher ground, while warehouses stacked goods above the flood level in a race against rising waters. Ports and logistics centers faced days of paralysis. Shipping containers were overturned. Cranes stood idle, and delivery schedules were disrupted. Supply chains for manufacturing and food distribution were delayed, with trucks waiting outside closed ports. Economic losses were already being calculated. Power outages forced assembly lines to stop, costing industries time and money. Flooded farmland meant reduced crop yields, while insurance companies prepared for a wave of claims from households, ports, and factories. Rescue teams focused on clearing blocked highways and restoring power to critical facilities like hospitals and water treatment plants. Bulldozers removed fallen trees while crews strung temporary power lines to restore basic services. Progress was slow but steady. Flooded neighborhoods remain dangerous. Debris and wreckage floated on the water, and some roads were cracked or destroyed. Local authorities advised residents not to return until buildings were inspected and public services restored. Despite the devastation, officials emphasized the resilience of the community. Rapid evacuation helped minimize risk, and coordination between provincial and city agencies ensured shelters operated smoothly. Relief teams delivered food, pumps, and medical supplies across the province as main roads reopened. Communities in southern China now face weeks of rebuilding. Families are returning to damaged homes, businesses are assessing losses, and city streets are gradually reopening. The fury of Ragasa may have passed, but the recovery work has only just begun. Thank you for watching Extreme Weather, where we analyze the most powerful moments of nature. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps the channel running. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss accurate, calm, and clear updates. Please note that some footage may be illustrative and may not precisely reflect the events described. See you in the next video. Stay informed and stay safe.
Để cái hệ lấy trong núi tăng nó cũng ba hoàn. Để cái họ sẽ hệ rồi nào.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã dành thời gian theo dõi video này. Những thảm họa thiên nhiên không chỉ là những con số, những hình ảnh thoáng qua, mà là nỗi đau và mất mát của hàng triệu con người trên khắp thế giới. Hy vọng rằng qua video này chúng ta có thể có thêm sự đồng cảm, thêm nhận thức và cùng nhau hành động dù là nhỏ nhất để bảo vệ môi trường, giảm thiểu rủi ro và hỗ trợ cho những người đang chịu ảnh hưởng nặng nề trên khắp thế giới. Nếu bạn thấy nội dung này hữu ích, đừng quên chia sẻ để lan tỏa thông điệp nhân văn này. Một lần nữa xin chân thành cảm ơn và hẹn gặp lại trong những video tiếp theo.